Hey everyone, and welcome back to a new video. Today I want to talk about this shirt here, because this is my shirt, and this is actually from Rage 2 by Bethesda. And the reason why I'm alone today is actually that while Emily and Danny were here, we forgot to talk about Rage 2 because it was one of the last few things that we played at Gamescom, and right after we just went to the Xbox Fan Fest, which will also get its own video because it was a fantastic event. But right now it is about Bethesda and Rage 2. So let's talk about what I've played there and how I like it. And I gotta say, it's a little mix. So when you went to the booth of Gamescom for Rage 2, you got introduced with a little video, of course in German, telling you how you went through a facility to save actually a doctor, I think, and overall we're just like impressions and explanations for the gameplay video. Like we're gonna see an automatic rifle, we're gonna see a shotgun and a rocket launcher, and in the actual gameplay demo there were less than these things. But of course we also saw more things like the wing stick and so many other things, like abilities and all that. It was a good overall slice of development that we could see here at Gamescom. There are a few things that I really liked about Rage 2 and a few things that I actually hated. Let's talk about the negative things first, because I really disliked how I played this demo at Gamescom. We've been played, of course, many rows in front of the audience, which is not annoying at all. We got good headphones on and we played on proper PCs. But instead of playing with mouse and keyboard, we played actually with a controller, because I guess it's just easier for a show floor to have that set up with a gamepad. And in the end, it was really strange to play the game that way, because for a shooter like Rage 2, I think a gamepad is just not the right device to control the game. There are a few things that actually are linked to that also, because your movement is it's really depending on how well you do. You have different kinds of dashes. You can also push enemies away with sort of a force, just like some of these Star Wars games do. And of course you have different kinds of abilities, like a dash on the ground, where you just smash everyone away in a certain area, and if you jump from even higher and smash them from that higher point, this dash to the ground also gets stronger. Your weapons are, of course, as described before, quite cool. Recharging a thing is just very easy to do. It's a shooter by it, so you can really say it's not that different from what we've seen so far from, for example, Doom 2016. But especially the triple dash you can do on the ground, like 1, 2, 3, and then needs to recharge, are quite good to just jump around and dash around on the field to just have enemies follow you, or at least to evade any incoming missiles, for example. The wind stick as a tool itself also was used instead of a grenade at times, so you really had to decide, do you want to use that stick to, for example, get kills behind a corner, which the wind stick actually does quite well, or do you just want to use your grenade and sort of rely on what you know already from other games, if you know at least some basic grenade gameplay. I really didn't use it that much often, maybe because I haven't played the first Rage. Here's a little side note also, since I got now 2 years of Xbox Game Pass, thanks to the Xbox Fan Fest that I visited, I also have no access to Rage 1, so I'll probably take a look into Rage 1 first before I'm gonna play the sequel and try to find the connections between these two games, and actually to find a better way to judge Rage 2 based on the first game, which is now a while ago since it was released. There's another cool thing that happens actually in Rage 2, and that is called overdrive. Overdrive is when you just gather enough energy, so basically go into a sort of a berserk mode. Everything is more colorful from a rather, well, brown game. It actually turns up all the colors into a super vibrant scheme. Even like this pink shirt is just like, yeah, everything's so colorful and flashy, and your movement gets way faster, and your reloading is faster, and of course your weapons even hit harder, so the enemies go just down faster. It's like really everything amps up for the few seconds that this overdrive mode is active, and it's actually quite fun, of course, just flying all around, shooting everything, and then going on to your next target. Which also helps, of course, the enemies who are also reacting to the damage that they take. Quite cool. Limbs are flying around, people are screaming, and they just basically blow up everything. You just throw a grenade on the floor, they just look at it and like, oh no, and then poof, they'll fly around through the air. It's quite messy, really, to say like that. But it's also a lot of fun, and the goons actually are quite fun if you just try to sneak past them for a few seconds to see like, oh, how they actually sort of react in being undisturbed mode. But once you enter the Cineforce, everyone knows you're there, and then it's get all hectic, and you'll have no time really to see them react to you as a person and to see how they interact with the world alone. So I hope that the full release allows me to walk around a little bit more and sort of also sneaks around, so I can have actually more way to explore the world just by living through it and seeing it as it happens. But of course, Rage 2, as it is also really depending on you just killing everyone, which is also how you progress through the mission that I played at Gamescom 2018, because you actually just walk through there, open a few doors, then activated a sort of satellite and fell down from the sky, from outer orbit, and then you had to get a new ability. But right before that happens, we know that from the trailer that you get an ability. The demo even stopped, so it was really, from what we've seen in the briefing first, and also what we've seen already at QuakeCon in the trailer, this demo was like a super small slice of that even. And I gotta say, yeah, okay, fits because the show floor needs to go on, people need to play, and they should actually go through more often than just once per an hour, for example, but having such a small glimpse of it is really sad. The reason why we were actually on the show floor, just to explain that, we actually asked Bethesda like 2 or 3 weeks prior if there were any possibilities to have appointments for them. And yeah, they actually told us, I guess because we're such a small outlet so far, there were no places left, and other people, I guess, were just higher in priority, which is normal, and I get that. And they offered us instead to have fast passes for what we could play on the show floor, which was the Elder Scrolls Online Somerset, the video demo that we had for Fallout 76, and of course Rage 2 as just described. So that is how that happened. I personally think Rage 2 will be a great game. I just really would love to play it instead with mouse and keyboard here at my PC. And for that, the performance ran great. I mean, they had a Intel 8700K set up with an NVIDIA Titan V, so yeah, it's like over the top. It has to run well. Sure enough, but I hope also that our systems will actually have no performance issues. At least I hope for that. We'll hopefully see that around the launch time of Rage 2. So far, my impressions are quite good, quite positive. It's going to be fun, it's going to be hectic and very colorful. And yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope if you like this video, you'll show it also with a thumbs up, because that helps a lot. And subscribe and hit the bell icon, because you have to do multiple things now in order to follow our channel, to just not miss any new videos. And then I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye and see you soon.